Hey everybody, it's Wolvash. Welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles 4. Alright, we finished up a little side story last time. We got Rebecca, Fleuret, and Mabel all on the same page. Unfortunately, we didn't really use anybody but Rebecca, but they're all kicking butt now if we want to bring them into the fight. Their weaknesses are now their strengths. What we're going to do now is continue with Under the Ice. I said I was going to go into the headquarters, but I think we're kind of okay for right now. I think we'll skip that and we'll just work on Under the Ice for a bit. And maybe we'll hit Lower Dump next time, because I imagine after this we'll have quite a bit to do. And then depending on how this turns out, we'll look at more side stories or extra content and see what we want to do next. Alright, enough yappity yap. A Witch's Lament.
Good boy. You're so good.
Oh, she's all sweet now.
But me? I'm no good at all.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was short. Damage report. They're like really setting up some bad guys to be redeemed, I think.
The comet was destroyed after Crimeria lost control. The Centurion moved to their aid, but that vessel also caught fire and sank. Investigations are underway, but we're searching in a blizzard. We may not be able to recover the wreckage. I regret to inform you that, at present, both ships are unrecoverable. The mission was a failure.
And blame your little evil twins for it.
I suppose I couldn't have expected the Federation's finest technology to simply fall into my lap.
Well, it could have.
I can't apologize enough, Doctor.
Oh, no need for dramatics. One ship still remains. And I presume you're not so incompetent as to make the same mistake twice.
Again, he didn't do it. Your little pets did.
No, sir.
And Crimeria.
Exhausted, most likely from the sheer expenditure of energy. She's sleeping in her room. It might be some time before she recovers.
The strongest and weakest of the Valkyria, eh? They called her defective, you know. Wanted to lock her up, even though she's inherited such purity. Purer Valkyria blood than any other candidate. But bureaucrats are always so blind to true potential.
I was certainly shocked myself. I wouldn't have believed she harbored such destructive power if I hadn't seen it.
Descendants of the Valkyria exhibit a reaction to Ragnite that unleashes a raw, explosive force.
Now, reaction. Are you like injecting it? Is she eating it? What's going on?
That azure glow only appears when the Ragnite's full power is being utilized. Like weaponized moonlight.
Well, that doesn't sound scary.
No man-made weapon could ever compare. They truly are miracles of war. She may exhibit some difficult behavior now, but her performance will improve with appropriate calibration. It is a technician's job to ensure a tool works properly.
She's still ultimately a living being. We can't expect to fully control...
The more you have to fiddle with a machine, the more attached you tend to get. Though even that has its limits. Nicola and Kiara, those two chose poorly.
Oh,
Perhaps a bit of recalibration will set them straight.
okay. At least you recognize that. Then why are you blaming him for the failure?
I'll be counting on you to handle the rest. Oh, and give my regards to Wallace.
Yes, Doctor.
See all the and and all the ellipses. Like, I wonder if that's what they get, is just an ellipses, and they said, read that for us.
Hey there, pretty boy. appreciate you handling that report.
See?
A little birdie told me you used to be with the Edinburgh Army. I can sort of hear it in your voice, too. But you're not actually from Edinburgh, are you? I'm gonna say... Gallian?
Sorry, the ellipses.
Figured.
Cracking me up.
Gallians are pretty ballsy. So I gotta wonder why a guy like you would defect. I heard you even sent a spy over to their side. And a femme fatale at that. Am I right?
This guy knows a lot.
To think, a gloomy guy like you seducing the enemy's women. I didn't know you had it in you.
That's his sister, you pervert.
That's not it.
Oh, come on. Don't be shy. We're both red-blooded men here.
She's my sister.
Ew.
Uh-huh.
My sister was aboard the Centurion.
What? My God, man! Why didn't you say something sooner? How are you this calm? If your sister was on that ship, she's dead.
Oh, he had an idea.
Oh, I get it. I had a feeling.
Yes. I believe the Centurion has not sunk.
My gut told me that too. They're tougher than they look. So did your spy, well, your sister, tell you that?
No, I haven't contacted her. But I'm still receiving a signal from her transceiver. She wouldn't take it into battle, so it must be in her room. And if that's working, it means the ship hasn't flooded. The hull may not even be ruptured.
So you still don't know if she's safe? God, man. Well, I'm praying for you.
Wow. This is a remarkably sensitive... I mean, these guys are the Nazi equivalent, right?
Spy or not, she's an enemy soldier. You may have been shooting at her on that battlefield. I don't see why you would pray.
Well, you know. You and me, we're buddies now.
I'm not your buddy.
I'm not your friend, guy.
Too bad. We're fighting for each other's lives. Like it or not, I'm the only friend you've got.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
But hey, the Centurion hasn't sunk.
I know. Plans are already in motion.
Getting a remarkable look into the bad guys. Under the ice, fathoms below.
Riley, you have to keep moving or you'll freeze.
I don't care. What happened to the Centurion? Where is everyone?
Quiet! I can hear something on the radio. Damn it! This blizzard is making it worse.
The ship sank, okay? We all saw the witch destroy it. And you're upset about the radio?
The sun's going down. We have to find somewhere to wait out the storm or else...
No, we have to go help. They're waiting for us to save them.
We can't, or the Empire will find us.
Claude, what do we do? Shh.
Squad E, read me. This is Centurion. We've not sunk yet.
They haven't sunk?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I get it. This was their plan all along. They made it look like they sank and hid the ship inside a gap in the ice field.
What?
Squad E reads you, Centurion. We're moving to rendezvous now. Let's go, everyone. at the bottom of a deep crevasse in the Crystal Sea. Words can't describe the shock and joy we felt. The Centurion buried in ice, but intact.
Oh, it just fell in the ice.
Turns out, the Winter Witch's attack had not been fatal after all, merely grazing the deck. To avoid further damage, the captain had ordered the crew to make it look like the ship had been sunk.
Okay.
So they brought the ship down into the depths of a nearby crevasse.
Okay.
The captain's resourceful thinking saved the Centurion. Unfortunately, the witch's attack has disabled the engine. Until it's back up and running, we're stuck in the chasm. All we can do is sit here and freeze. We made it back to the Centurion safe and sound, but it looks like there's only more despair ahead.
What is this? Oh, they're like in front of burn barrels. I'm like, what is happening in that picture?
Hey, found some. Got some old wooden boxes in the pantry.
That's great, Raz. Hurry and bring them over before the fire goes out.
Hold on. Let me just break these bad boys down.
Wow. Are those icicles on the ceiling?
Must be from our breath. Hot air goes up to the ceiling and stays there till it freezes.
I guess it's not much better in here than out there.
Might be even colder. We're in a big hunk of metal after all. Whew. Oh, this cold's getting into my bones.
At least there's no wind in here. We wouldn't last an hour out in that blizzard.
Claude, we're still looking after the wounded, but their body temperatures are dropping fast. I'm doing what I can to help them retain heat, but at this rate...
Okay, let them stay closer to the fire. Give them as many blankets as we can spare.
God, dying in battle against the Empire's one thing, but I don't want to freeze to death on a friggin' ship.
Understandable.
Hey, Claude, you think this is still gonna count as an honorable soldier's death?
It won't have to. I'm not gonna let anyone die here.
Easy to say.
I just thought about you guys in the burn barrels. Are you doing that in an enclosed ship?
Besides, this is nothing compared to marching in the snow.
Because you're all gonna die of smoke inhalation.
We're equipped for the cold in here, and we can make fires. So look on the bright side. No more walking.
Where did you get the wood?
Yeah, guess you got a point. What do you think, Kai? Starting to wish you'd kicked the bucket back at Siegfall, huh? Hey, Kai! Don't fall asleep here, you'll die!
Oh. I'm fine. Just... thinking.
I'm gonna head to the bridge for a bit. Keep the fire going for me. We, have some bourbon, but only a little bit. Use it to warm yourselves up if you have to.
Bourbon? Why didn't you tell us we got the good shit?
Hey, don't drink it all at once, please.
You got it. Look at him, acting all tough. You see his hand shaking when he passed me the bottle?
Yeah, it's
I
cold.
don't know. It's kind of helping us stay sane in here.
Also, it's a myth that the bourbon will keep you warm. It actually will make you freeze faster. Probably don't want to do that. It just feels warm going down, but it's actually really bad for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, this should be a supercut of ellipses. Heck, with all this, we may do make this a lore video.
How's it looking? Any signs of life in there?
No. We've already fixed everything we could think of.
Figures. Let's not be getting any energy from the main engine. Not much we can do. Can't get into the restricted area.
Why does the engineer have a restricted area on the ship?
Come on. Would it really be that bad?
They
get court-martialed for one. And no matter how good of an explanation you had, well...
You know what they say, better dead than court-martialed.
Firing squad, huh? So we're talking serious military secrets.
Even if we did crack it open, I don't think we'd know what to do with it. Apparently, it's working on a different design than your usual Ragnite reactor.
That makes no sense that you would put this reactor on a ship, classify it so nobody can go work on it, but have an engineer crew ready to fix everything but the engine.
On top of that, the breakdown fried the backup engine too. Doesn't look good.
We could probably bring the backup engine online if we kickstart it with a little power, but...
Feeding Ragnite energy to the backup engine?
Yeah, Ragnite energy.
Your bombs?
You're staring. Something I can help you with, or...?
Yeah, we can make that work.
Huh?
The tank! We'll use the tank's engine! We should be able to use the tank's Ragnite energy to jumpstart the backup engine.
You want to use the tank's engine to move the ship? I don't know if...
We just need one little spark to get the engine running. Once we've got that, we can handle the rest ourselves.
Can you get the tank to the engine room?
On my pride as a scientist, I swear we're going to get the Centurion out of this.
I think something sounded... Oh, we're still in Chapter 10. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going.
A report just came in from the engine room. They predict they'll be able to bring the backup engine online within the hour.
They're certainly working hard.
Oh, they're hardly working.
I suppose we'd better leave that to the specialists. We should think about what to expect next.
The comet was targeted deliberately. It was a strategic ambush with the intent of capturing the ship.
But that means the route of the Cygnus fleet was...
leaked to the enemy, which could mean a number of things.
Either there's a spy or our code's been broken. But the greater mysteries can wait. First, we need to decide where to go after we get out of this crevasse. Loof, bring out the map.
It's safe to assume the enemy will be surrounding our planned route. We should take a wide detour around our original path and go behind them toward the capital.
Okay.
But that'll drastically increase our travel time.
Yes, it
We
will.
don't resupply somewhere.
Well, you're stopping all along the coast, it looks like.
We'll resupply at this lightly defended city. But if we want to get there, we'll have to break through the Imperial Sea Fortress. Captain, it's going to be dangerous.
I can't imagine a sea route that isn't. Mr. Wallace, any thoughts to share?
No, I'm not a Navy captain.
We might be able to reach the capital that way. It's true. But with the loss of the comet, and with this ship operating on limited power, even if we minimize casualties at the fort, we'll still be at less than half strength.
You're concerned we might fail to take the capital after those losses, then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace, I can't tell you our chances of success. I don't imagine anyone could. All we know is that someone has to do it. Otherwise, the Empire has already won. And if not us, then who? That is the question. And we answer it by our own choices.
By our own choices?
We know the battlefield well, don't we? Our time there is fleeting, dangerous, and uncertain. But that is precisely why we must always move forward. Time and time again, we soldier onward through pain, bloodshed, sacrifice. And when we look back, we see all those who stood against us and those who stood at our side. We make our choices, and we carry on. Perhaps it's what you'd call courage.
Or stupidity. There's that thin line that they always talk about.
Or simply determination.
No, that's not it.
My courage and my determination.
Captain, we're under attack!
The enemy? From where?
Man, so that's a third battle you have to worry about now.
From above! They're coming down into the crevasse!
Oh, we're gonna fight on the deck of the ship?
Suppose we couldn't fool them for long.
Captain, Squattie's ready to move out.
Go. Hold out until they get the power back online.
Yes, sir.
Oh, still not there yet. Still going. Visitors from above. This is a long chapter. Well, it'll take them a while to get down there at that rate.
They didn't sink. They didn't sink after all. It's almost pitiful, sitting there waiting to die. Don't you think it's beautiful, Kiara?
Capturing that monster is sure to make Lord Belgar happy. He'll be so proud of me. This time we're doing it right. Stay out of my way, Nicola.
I could say the same to you. How about a little contest? Let's see who can kill the most.
They're trapped like rats now. All we have to do is exterminate them.
If you two are on the fight, that's a distinct possibility because you dodge everything. The only way to win is to, like, surround them with troopers and tanks.
We're moving out. Hurry it up.
And let them get chewed up by the incoming fire because aiming at them doesn't work.
I can't believe they're coming after us down here.
No running this time. Gonna have to fight back.
Claude, we're under attack?
Riley, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? We're moving out.
She lives here, same as you.
You stay here.
Are you serious? I'm part of Squatty too.
I know that, but you're also an expert in Ragnite engineering. The best we've got, in fact.
What?
Now that the enemy knows we're stranded down here, they'll do whatever they can to destroy the ship. If we don't get her running and ready for evac before the second or third wave comes, we're done for. So I need you to do what you do best.
You mean it's on me to get the ship powered, huh?
Yep.
Right.
My father put his blood, sweat, and tears into researching Ragnite compression.
Were those necessary ingredients?
If I can't get her moving again, no one can. Leave it to me. I'll do my part if you promise to do yours.
Yeah, I'll hold him back.
Better not lose.
Same to you.
Please. I've never lost in my life, but you knew that.
Yeah, not then, and not now. Well, see you later.
In other words, don't play poker with Riley.
You'd better come back alive.
All right. Oh, we're going to be fighting over the ship. Well, that's strange considering they're parachuting down onto the ship. Oh, lordy. Okay, like I said, we had so much story there. I am going to end, we'll just make this a full-on lore video, and we'll check out our private quarters. We'll check the mess hall. We don't have a ton of materials to work with right now, so I don't know that I'm going to bother going into the training field or R&D. You know, I'm not even going to bother going to the mess hall because I doubt we could afford it if we could get in there. So we'll just hit private quarters of the command room, get ourselves set up for next time. Alright. Dan Bentley. Very caring and often gives genuinely helpful advice to soldiers that come asking for his guidance. He's respected and trusted among his squaddies. Okay. I don't know what procced that to unlock, but okay. Let's see. He represses much of his emotions, but admires those who are true to their hearts. With the loss of Squad F, however, even he gave in to grief. Roland Morgan. He was once respected and feared as the Captain from Hell when he was a much stricter man. Even now, he can be harsh when the situation arises. She's become known as the crew's unofficial therapist. There's a certain gentleness to her demeanor that suggests an upper-class upbringing. Yep, those upper-class are always so gentle with people. Let's see. Has a very serious personality and a strong sense of responsibility. Due to her harsh way of speaking, though, not many people dare get too close. A calm and logical thinker, his acerbic criticism can cause him to come off as negative, but he means well. However, part of him does dislike the army. He's quick to yell if anyone screws up, but he has the skills to back up his words. Everyone trusts him and thinks of him as the crew's cranky old dad. Alright. Let's see. A man of great conviction who believes himself to be truly just. Once focused on a goal, he loses sight of other factors. A master chess player. I like how he's covering his face like we don't know who this is. Chimera. A Valkyrian super soldier. She suffers from a strong inferiority complex and wants only to be needed. Mentally unstable and can be very pessimistic. He thrills in combat and is always happy to have worthy adversaries. After being bested by Claude in their first encounter, he grew quite attached to him, seeing him as his greatest rival in the Federation. Extremely sadistic and truly enjoys psychologically torturing her victims. Though tasked with overseeing Kiara and Chimera, she often harasses them. She's aggressive and physically abuses her subordinates without hesitation. She acts obedient to Chimera, but happily joins Nicola in harassing her. Vancy. Even drunk, she's a crack shot. Despite her wobbling hand, she rarely misses her mark, shooting in between long swigs of vodka. We have got to fix her. Let's see. Some other engineers report that she is much more cheerful and caring back in her earlier days. Oh yeah, we know that part. Since confessing her past failure to Fleuret and Mabel, a weight seems to have been lifted from her shoulders. The nightmares have stopped too. Oh, she was the main star of that one, huh? Nobody else learned anything? Okay, that's fine. The Vulcan. The state-of-the-art heavy tank of Ausbruch. Despite weighing over 50 tons, the Ragnite engine in the drive unit allows for continuously variable transmission, and thus high mobility. Judging by the countless speed tests it went through in development, speed was a high priority for the engineers who devised it. It has a rotating turret and has excellent firepower. After joining X-0, the tank was further upgraded with the Science Board's cutting-edge technology. Yeah, I would drive it. It's that weak spot being gone is quite the coup in design. Alright, the United States of Finland, no image. A rising superpower west of Europa, spanning North Finland from sea to sea. Most USV citizens are immigrants from the Old World, and unlike many European nations, this representative democracy is led by an elected president. The USV's populace champions freedom and equality regardless of class, race, or gender. They champion it. I don't know, yeah, let's not get too far into that. Their frontier spirit likewise makes them trailblazers in the field of scientific research and development. While Finland did not directly involve itself in EW2, it did support its Federation allies by sharing funds and technology. Some claim this influx of prototype tech was evidence of the USV using Europa as an arms testing ground, which the President has publicly denied. There's a whole thing on crevasses? Okay. The massive ice shelf that blankets the Crystal Sea is comprised of huge plates stretching for a number of kilometers. As these glacial masses press against each other, deep cracks start to form, creating crevasses running dozens of meters deep. Mixed in with the frozen seawater are traces of crystallized ragnite, illuminating the water's surface in a haunting azure glow. Experts theorize that the ocean floor is abundant in ragnite deposits, but there are currently no means of reaching the seabed's depths. As technology advances, it can be assumed that such rare natural resources will one day attract conflict, and with it, war. Snow Cruiser. A battleship developed in secret by the Edinburgh Navy with help from USV. 3 ships were built, named the Comet, the Cavalier, and the Centurion. A giant ram on the front breaks through the ice, and a long hull grants passage over glacial crevasses. The deck can slide to create a bridge for deploying both infantry and tanks onto the coast or to higher ground. Part tank, part boat, the power source used to provide the massive amounts of energy needed is classified information. Yeah, even the people that work on the boat don't know. Alright. News. Ghost Ship of the Ice. The Crystal Sea is a body of water to the west of the Empire, named so because it freezes over entirely during winter. This also acts as a natural imperial defense against naval assaults, blocking advances from the west. However, some claim to have spotted a ship moving through the ice recently, sparking colorful rumors of a ghost ship. As the cold of winter sets in, the water's surface turns into a dense layer of solid ice, making it impassable for ships. Despite this, coastal citizens and freelance journalists have sent reports of this strange ship appearing on the ice. It may be a little too early to write this off as a product of folktales and overactive imaginations. Some suggest that these eyewitness accounts all correspond to certain mirages said to be common in the region. However, the possibility remains that there's evidence of a Federation comeback. We'll have more news on the Crystal Sea once we have more reliable information. Tales of the Winter Witch. According to an official Federation statement, and only a small contingent has been withdrawn, and Operation Northern Cross is still in motion. It's been some time since we heard any details, but military intel indicates that the Federation forces may be in the midwestern area of the Empire. Our sources also uncovered a local legend of that region. The Imperial tale tells of a winter witch. Blizzards are common in these frigid lands, some of them devastating in scope, freezing anything or anyone left out in the cold. Those found frozen in the morning are said to look as if someone had taken their souls. In this way, a story spread of a forbidding witch who summoned, forbidding or foreboding? Should be foreboding, I would think. I don't know. Who summoned these deadly snowstorms. Even hardened Imperial soldiers have known to confess that they'd rather fight an enemy army than be caught in one of these witches' blizzards. All accounts describe these storms as nearing supernatural levels of cold and fury, and some speculate this phenomenon is connected to another legend, that of the ancient race of the Valkyria. The Times cannot comment on the accuracy of these legends, but our prayers go out to any Federation troops still in Imperial territory. We can only hope that between the cold and the enemy soldiers, they will not have to contend with a witch besides. No witches, please. Why do we seem to keep getting medals, yet they don't show up in our decorations? Our stats are looking pretty good. Got a couple of D's in there, messing up our report card, but overall, not too bad. I want to know what the number next to our... Oh, that's for the stories? Okay. I wonder if that's the number of turns it took to win? I don't know. Did we... Defense of the Centurion? The Roguish Patient? Wait. Why would we... Like, we're getting ready to do Defense of the Centurion. I guess I don't know what order they're in. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. That is not important. Command room.
Okay. The fresh recruit.
Yep. Alright, squad setup. We want... Is there anybody we want to take out now that we have new people? I want to check out anybody that has already been covered in a... I think Rebecca. We'll take Rebecca out.
That's it then.
Do we have another engineer? Oh. I guess not. We'll keep Rebecca in then. Let's see. Kai, Aladdin, Naves, Riley, Aoife. No? I think we're fine for right now. I think we're fine for right now. Okay. Equipment, on the other hand. Dan. They don't get anything, huh? That's a bummer. Alright, Minerva, you've got a brown M2. Is there anything that would serve you better? The Galleon has more range, better aim, but much lower armor. The Galleon A10R Let's see, that's a 30 and that's a 31. That's pretty nice. 7 shots versus 5. Yeah, you're going to take the A10R for sure. The galleon is pretty weak. Let's give Teresa the other one, since she's our leader scout. Everybody else, however, has the brown M2, which is what we want, I believe. Yeah, that's what we want for sure. Okay. All right, on to our troopers. Let's see, this is a high range, 23 versus, what are we currently pulling? 25, 45? 23, 40, 15 shots. See, I don't know what the effect is. Does the effect that when you shoot somebody, it empties their gun, so they have to take a turn to reload? Because if so, that's kind of cool. Is it worth losing 5 shots of ammo? I don't know. The mags isn't that great. CMP is just the wretched aim. I think we're going to keep them at that. Like that match, it could be interesting, but I don't know that that's worth it. Alright, so they should all have the Mags M11 on them. That's fine. Largo, you're not coming in anytime soon. Laurent. Let's see, the SQ. Is this the one with better aim? Yeah. So we lose a little bit of armor penetration. I'm going to say yes for now, equip on all qualified units. But then I'm going to check these other real quick and see. Holy macaroni. That is a huge armor upgrade. I think I'm going to take that on him. The range goes down from what? 650 to 620? Yeah, you'll pop that bad boy on there. Everybody else should be good. Allard, they all got the brown M2, that's fine. Kai, she's got the Brondel, which is 1495 and down evade. The Wasp is now 1200, 115 and 72. The GSR, nope. The ZM, but the range is pitiful. 80, 62, 95, 60, 78, 70. Nope. Back to the LF Wasp. Pretty good range. Let's do this again. Flip on all qualified units. There we go. They all have a good sniper rifle now. Now, Riley. You've got the Hartman, which is really crappy. Why do you have this on? I honestly don't know why you have this on. You're going to have the Elias. You're going to do the armor damage, I think. And then Aoife, I want you to have the personnel damage. 520. The range is 450. Well, that's quite a drop. Yeah, we'll keep you on the Hartman. You're our personnel. Okay. I think that's good. Our tank parts are good.
There.
All right. So, we will go ahead and stop right there. We'll pick up next time with the battle, the defense of the Centurion. Based on that map, I got a feeling this thing could get sticky. There's a lot of narrow lanes in there. That's a lot of funnel points. Plus, I'm not exactly sure how the battle's going to work. So that's gonna be a tricky one. All right, we'll get the Centurion. We'll ride out chapter 10, and then we'll do another side story. I don't think we have new squad stories yet. Mischief Makers, Trading New Ground, Girl in the Iron Mask, Gambler's Ruin. Yeah, these are all done, and this one, unfortunately, we couldn't finish. So, all right, guys, we'll stop right here. Pick up next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Take care.